Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about one of the most shocking and electrifying moments on WWE Raw, Rhea Ripley's unexpected return despite her recent injury. The Nightmare made her presence felt in a major way, aligning herself with a powerhouse team in what promises to be an unforgettable build-up to Survivor Series, War Games. Let's dive into all the details, the chaos, and what this means for the WWE landscape. Ripley's absence due to her legitimate orbital bone injury was a massive blow to WWE. She's arguably the most popular female wrestler in the company right now, and her absence left a noticeable void. Fans have been eagerly awaiting her return, and on Raw, she delivered in dramatic fashion. The segment started with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez leading a faction that included Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. Their dominance was immediately challenged when Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Io Sky made their way to the ring, creating a tense standoff. Just as the tension seemed at its peak, Ripley's music hit, and the crowd erupted. Wearing a protective face mask to shield her injured orbital bone, Ripley stormed to the ring and joined Belair, Cargill, Naomi, and Io Sky. Her mere presence shifted the dynamic of the confrontation, and she grabbed the microphone to utter one electrifying word: War Games. It was a statement of intent, and it set the stage for an all-out brawl between the two factions. By the end of the segment, Ripley's team stood tall, leaving no doubt that the Nightmare is back and ready to dominate. Ripley's return wasn't just about her physical presence, it was a statement. After Raw, she took to social media to post lyrics from Motionless in White, the band behind her entrance music. The lyrics, filled with defiance and power, reinforced Ripley's unrelenting attitude. This move resonated deeply with fans, further solidifying her status as one of the most compelling characters in WWE today. Her decision to participate in War Games also hints that she's pushing through the lingering effects of her injury to stay in the fight. The injury that sidelined Ripley occurred during a late October episode of Raw, following a brutal headbutt spot. WWE initially kept details under wraps, incorporating it into a storyline on NXT. On October 29, Ripley made a brief backstage appearance, her injury subtly hinted at by the camera focusing on her left eye. Later, WWE revealed through a storyline that Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez attacked Ripley in the Performance Center parking lot, further intensifying their feud. Ripley's injury also led to significant changes at Crown Jewel, where her scheduled one-on-one match with Rodriguez was cancelled. Instead, a tag team match filled the slot, disappointing fans who were eager to see the two rivals clash. Now, Ripley's return ahead of War Games provides a much-needed spark, giving fans a consolation prize as she gears up for the high-stakes match on November 30 in Vancouver, British Columbia. Her decision to return wearing a transparent protective mask adds another layer to her character. It's both a nod to her real-life injury and a symbolic representation of her resilience. Whether or not the mask is still medically necessary, it fits perfectly into her persona as someone who refuses to back down, even when the odds are stacked against her. Ripley's inclusion in War Games changes the game entirely. With her team boasting the likes of Belair, Cargill, and Sky, they're poised to be a dominant force against the faction led by Morgan and Rodriguez. The match promises to be chaotic, intense, and a definitive chapter in Ripley's ongoing story. Her feud with Morgan and Rodriguez has reached a boiling point, and War Games provides the perfect battleground to settle the score. As Survivor Series approaches, the anticipation for War Games is at an all-time high. Ripley's return has added fuel to the fire, and fans are eager to see how this explosive rivalry unfolds. Will the Nightmare lead her team to victory, or will the powerhouse faction led by Morgan prove too much to handle? One thing's for sure, November 30 is going to be an unforgettable night in WWE history. Stay tuned for all the updates as we get closer to War Games.